Hi guys, so a very confident Logan Paul is lining up his next opponent after KSI. He believes it's going to be a walkover and he will beat KSI in great fashion, knocking him out early or late whenever he plans to knock him out. He'll knock him out when he wants to. That is what he believes. But he is going straight for the heavyweight champion of the world, or who possibly will be heavyweight champion of the world come December 7th. Yep, you guessed it, Anthony Joshua. Now, this is mental and I don't know how he believes he's going to fight Anthony Joshua, because he'll have one pro fight against KSI and the limit for that fight is £200. So basically that is the cruiserweight division. So the thought of someone who has one pro fight against someone else who only has one pro fight, even if he is to win, because we don't know whether he is going to beat KSI. So if he has a 1-0 record, plus considering he would have to move up to heavyweight because he is fighting at £200, which is the cruiserweight division. So he's a weight class below Anthony Joshua. So a 1-0 novice and a cruiserweight against a heavyweight who has been heavyweight champion of the world and possibly will be two-time heavyweight champion of the world is completely ludicrous. And I think you'll all agree that is never going to happen. Anthony Joshua won't fight Logan Paul unless Logan Paul somehow finds his way into the rankings and becomes mandatory to Anthony Joshua, because that is not necessarily a ridiculous fight, but I just don't see that ever happening. Now, obviously, he said that he is very keen to continue boxing or MMA after fighting KSI, because then he will be a professional boxer. He is licensed, so he can continue a career in boxing or move over to MMA and get his license there. But this talk about fighting Anthony Joshua, this is just ridiculous in my opinion. I don't think he will ever fight Anthony Joshua. And if he does, it will be over very, very quickly. Because let's remember, Anthony Joshua, yeah, he's a novice in boxing, but that's in boxing terms. Logan Paul is a beginner, and Anthony Joshua is at the very top, fighting Andy Ruiz Jr. for the unified heavyweight titles. So the mere fact that Logan Paul believes that he could fight Anthony Joshua, let alone even beat him, is completely ludicrous. And obviously what he is trying to do here is raise publicity throughout boxing fans, not necessarily his fans, because he has plenty of publicity when it comes to YouTube fans. What he is trying to do here is stir up the boxing fans. And I guess this could be considered as a dig at the boxing fans, because many boxing fans, especially hardcore boxing fans, are very displeased with the fact that YouTubers are going to be taking main event with Billy Joe Saunders and Devin Haney fighting on the undercard. It has not made them happy at all. So perhaps this is just him letting everyone know how serious he is about boxing, or perhaps it's just him taking the mick out the hardcore boxing fans, which if it is the latter, I think would be a great shame, because the guy is kind of funny, but he's very childish, especially considering what he was saying about KSI at the press conference, with references to whether KSI is well endowed or not, which was very childish indeed. And even Eddie Hearn found himself amiss in that press conference. He felt like a spare part completely. The funny thing is, there is no need to build this fight. It's already built. They have their media followings, so there's no need to build this fight. I think what he is trying to do maybe is catch the eye of some hardcore boxing fans, because realistically, hardcore boxing fans aren't going to be interested in KSI versus Logan Paul. They will only be interested in the big fights on the undercard, and maybe they won't even watch them because they are disgusted at the event. Now, personally, I believed it was a good option because it brings more fans to boxing, hopefully. That is what we can hope for. But, I mean, the fight itself, it's not a mockery of the sport, but it's just two fighters in their pro debuts fighting as the main event. But then again, they have built this. They have built their own followings and put themselves in the position to fight in front of 20,000 people at the Staples Center and millions around the world on DAZN. It will bring and drive subscribers on DAZN. And I guess that's the point for Eddie Hearn. He's not really that bothered about the fight. I don't believe he's really that excited about it. KSI himself said that Eddie Hearn doesn't really care about this event. He cares more about bringing new fans to boxing and driving numbers on DAZN, because it will drive epic numbers on DAZN, probably as much as they've ever seen. Probably as much as Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz Jr., if not more. That's the weirdly exciting thing. That many eyes on boxing. That's really good for boxing as a sport. But does it make a mockery of the sport? I don't know where you guys land on that. Some will be happy that boxing will be recognised by a wider audience, and some people would be worried about the integrity of the sport. But whichever way you land, I'd like to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below about that. But also, drop your thoughts about Logan Paul's challenge to Anthony Joshua. I hate to snap on someone's dreams, but I highly doubt that that is going to happen. And if it did, it would be over very, very soon, because Anthony Joshua would knock Logan Paul into next week. I believe anyway. and I imagine you guys believe so also. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below and click the thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks guys.